So with the Mario Advance series, we've had one port that was amazing, one that was pretty good, and another that, well, let's just say it's a competent port. No bugs or anything like that. And to cap off this interesting series that in reality robbed us of a true original Mario platformer for the Game Boy Advance. Last but certainly not least, Super Mario Advance 4, or Super Mario Bros. 3 for the GBA. And how does it compare to the previous three? Is it up there with Advance 1, or does it fall short like Advance 3 did? Ironically, both. Now, don't get ahead of me, as I'm sure some of you already figured out what I'm going to say, but you shut your mouth. My review, so I get to say it. So, in this port of Mario Bros. 3, much like Mario World, this is pretty much the exact same game as the All-Stars version. But, once again, Luigi does get his unique traits. Kind of? Oh my god, what the hell did they do to you? It's weird, like he starts up his flutter kick, then the minute he reaches his peak, he falls straight down. I don't like it feels off and nothing like how you'd think Luigi would play as. But other than that, there's not that much else to talk about for Super Mario Advance 4. It's the exact same game as the All-Stars version. Okay, sure, they added a couple little cutscenes, and I'm sure there's some minor gameplay changes that most players won't even notice unless you're diehard. But where's my 5-coin challenge? My extra stages, and what the fuck did you do to the real Luigi? Well, here's the ironic part about all this. They did do these things with much like Dislike DLC that we all come to love. Mario Advance 4 supported the e-reader, an accessory that would read certain cards and allow the player access to new content. Or in other words, lock the content away and make you pay extra for it. And from what I learned, you needed 2 Game Boy Advances. The game for one and the card and e-reader for the other just to be able to unlock them apparently. Seriously, like what the fuck? And to top this all off, unless you lived in Japan, you couldn't gain access to all this content. Jesus Christ. But thankfully 12 years later, the world got access to these levels, and I will say right now, these are some of the best levels I've ever played for Super Mario Bros. Having elements from all these games mixed together to create very unique and very original levels was such a breath of fresh air. And this was years before Mario Maker. Being able to pick vegetables in something that isn't Mario 2 felt so surreal, and made me really think why we never got Peach or Toad to play as in these ports. Or simply seeing the Cape Feather in something besides Mario World was such a joy to play through. But sure enough, everything that made Mario Advance 1 such a joy was here in these e-reader levels. The coin challenge, obviously new levels, and even Luigi! Yeah, how much sense does that make? You give us a ripoff of Luigi's abilities in the main game, but here he controls like he did in Super Mario Advance 2? How the hell does that even happen? So pretty much this should have been an awesome send-off for the Advance series as it went above and beyond what Advance 1 did. But most of us would never experience this for another 12 years, and honestly, that's a shame. So unless you're a collector and must have the original, only buy this from the Virtual Console. Otherwise, you're robbing yourself because the base game is just not worth it.